From Studio 87 in Houston, Texas, it's time once again for the STL Ocarina Podcast. And now, here's your host of the STL Ocarina Podcast, Charles Berman. Hello and welcome once again to another exciting edition of the STL Ocarina Podcast for Thursday, February 1st, 2024. I'm your host, Charles Berman, product tester for STL Ocarina, and in this week's podcast we talk about the upcoming events with the brand. We got a fun fact, a joke du jour, and a lot of fun stuff. And to kick this week's podcast off, we got a little segment we called Did You Know That? The modern European ocarina dates back to the 19th century, where Giuseppe Donati from Badrio, a town near Bologna, Italy, transformed the ocarina from a toy, which played only a few notes, into a more comprehensive instrument, known as the very first classical ocarina. Now you know. We now go to your STL Ocarina Podcast Comedy Lounge for your joke du jour. Why was the musician arrested? Because he was in treble. Get it? Treble?
What's better than a
I don't know. Oh, come on! That was a good one. And on that note, we'll be right back for more of the next podcast. Don't go there. It's coming up after this commercial break. I'll try it again. I might have to fire my sound man in the back again. You hear that? You're fired! And don't go away, because coming up after this commercial break, it'll be time to go to your STL Ocarina Podcast Experts Corner for a helpful hit of the week. Stay tuned, we'll be right back with more of the STL Ocarina Podcast right after this commercial break.
This is the world's largest ocarina. This massive piece is 38 inches long and weighs 28 pounds. The inside is completely hollow. I wonder how many gallons of water it can hold. Take a guess in the comments. This ocarina is made of ceramic and is one of only 2 models in existence. It has 9 tone holes, which are so large that you have to press down on these keys in order to change the pitch. Check that out. To play a note as low as C3, the chamber of the ocarina has to be this large. Pretty cool, huh? Like and follow for all things ocarina.
Welcome back to the STL Ocarina Podcast, and now it's time to go once again to your STL Ocarina Podcast experts learn for your helpful hand of the week. Find time to practice. How can I find the time to practice? There's no doubt that I experience periods of real growth as a musician whenever I can sit down for an hour or two on a daily basis and play. Although I could play that much year round. Nevertheless, for me and many others, taking my ocarina along through daily life and enjoying frequent 2 to 10 minute breaks has made it possible to keep up with a musical instrument, even amidst the awesome responsibilities of adulthood. And that was your STL Ocarina Podcast, experts learn for your helpful hand of the week. We're going to take a short commercial break, but don't go away, because when we come back, we'll be back with your STL Ocarina News. Stay tuned, we'll be right back with more of the STL Ocarina Podcast right after this commercial break.
You should learn how to play a musical instrument. Here at STL Ocarina, we believe that music is for anywhere, anytime, and anyone. These are 5 reasons why you should pick up an instrument today. First of all, listening to music, or better yet, playing music, can stimulate your brain and increase its capacity for memory. On top of that, reading sheet music can increase your hand-eye coordination. I mean, think about it. You have to read these little notes on a page, and then your brain converts that information into specific motor patterns, rhythm patterns, sometimes incorporating breathing techniques, all while you're listening to what you're playing to make sure it sounds good. And all of these things have to work in tandem. Playing an instrument can really boost your reading and comprehension skills, especially when you expose yourself to increasingly more difficult pieces of music. And as you learn more difficult pieces of music, you might find that learning an instrument is pretty difficult, but that's okay. That's what makes it a great tool for learning self-discipline. It really takes a lot of discipline to go over the hardest parts again and again to get them just right. And last, and most important to me, and probably a lot of us, is that the more proficient you get with an instrument, the more you can play it the way you want to play it and what you want to play. And that leads to making it a great tool for self-expression. And when the self is expressed, stress levels go down. Who wouldn't love that? So that's why.
Welcome back to the STL Ocarina Podcast, and now it's time to go to your STL Ocarina News. This week on our YouTube channel and our TikTok page, we have released some exciting, informative videos about our awesome products. So if you haven't done so yet, subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell for notifications. Follow us on our TikTok and all the major social media pages. And did you know that we have a newsletter? Here's how to subscribe to the STL Ocarina newsletter. Let's roll the footage. And here's a quick demonstration video on how to subscribe to the STL Ocarina newsletter. If you visit the website www.stlocarina.com, you'll scroll all the way down until you see newsletter. Just type in your name and your email address and hit the old submit button. to subscribe to the STL Ocarina newsletter. Subscribing to the STL Ocarina newsletter is so easy, even Link could do it. And we have a coupon code for our viewers here. If you use the coupon code at checkout, Charles, you'll receive a whopping 20% off on all products. Visit our website at www.stlocarina.com. That's the coupon code at checkout, Charles, to receive a whopping 20% off on all products. Visit our website at www.stlocarina.com. And that was your STL Ocarina news. Stay tuned. Don't go away, because coming up after this commercial break, it'll be time to go to your Hot 8 Bestsellers of the Week. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more of the STL Ocarina Podcast right after this commercial break.
Top 5 songs from Ocarina of Time, according to ChatGPT.
Welcome back once again to the STL Ocarina Podcast. And now it's time to go once again to your Hot 8 Bestsellers of the Week. Our Hot 8 Bestsellers this week starts off with our number 8 bestseller this week. Our Hot 8 Bestsellers this week start with our number 8 bestseller this week. Number 8 this week goes to the 12-hole C major bass ocarina, The Harmony. Fine musical balance with the 12-hole C major bass ocarina, The Harmony. Number 7 this week on our Hot 8 Bestsellers Countdown. It goes to Number 7 this week on our Hot 8 Bestsellers Countdown. It is the 12-hole tenor Ocarina of the Dragon. That's right, the number 7 bestseller this week. Descend for the Night Sky with the 12-hole tenor Ocarina of the Dragon. Number 6 this week goes to is from our Dungeons & Dragons series. Seize the enigma of music with the Dungeons & Dragons Rogue Ocarina Subtle Songs in C major tenor. Number 5 this week goes to on our Hot 8 Bestsellers Countdown. Stay hydrated with the Element Ocarina, Water in C major tenor. And that concludes the first half of your Hot 8 Bestsellers this week. Don't go away, because coming up after this commercial break, it'll be time for the conclusion of your Hot 8 Bestsellers of the Week, plus your words of wisdom. Stay tuned, we'll be right back with more of the STL Ocarina Podcast right after this.
Top 5 songs from Majora's Mask, according to ChatGPT.
Welcome back to the STL Ocarina Podcast. And now it's time for the conclusion of your Hot 8 Bestsellers of the Week. And as we can continue this Hot 8 Bestsellers countdown, number 4 this week goes to... It is... the 12-hole Classic Zelda Tenor Ocarina C Major with Legend of Zelda Songbook. Perfect for the young Legend of Zelda fan. The 12-hole Classic Zelda Tenor Ocarina C Major with Legend of Zelda Songbook. Number 3 this week on our Hot 8 Bestsellers countdown. The 12-hole Tenor Ocarina Ascend for the Night Sky. Rise from the Ashes with the 12-hole Tenor Ocarina The Phoenix. That's right. Rise from the Ashes with the 12-hole Tenor Ocarina The Phoenix. Number 2 this week on our Hot 8 Bestsellers countdown. It is one of the most popular ocarinas of 2023. 12-hole tenor wooden 12-hole Zelda wooden tenor ocarina. Breath of the Wilderness, the ocarina of your dreams. And finally, number 1 this week, once again, one of the hottest. Number 1 this week on our Hot 8 Bestsellers countdown. It is for the true Zelda fans, this is the one right here. This is the 12-hole tenor ocarina with Legend of Zelda Songbook. And that was your Hot 8 Bestsellers of the Week. But before we go, we have some words of wisdom for you. This is not something you should labor over or worry about. Enjoy it. If playing music does nothing else, it should make you happy. And that looks like we're all out of time. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please check our website, www.stlocarina.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and all the major social media pages. Join us next week for more late-breaking news, upcoming events, and much more. This is Charles Burnley, product tester for the STL Ocarina. Oh, and looks like we're all out of time. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please check out our website, www.stlocarina.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on all the major social media pages. Join us next week for more late-breaking news, upcoming events, and much more. This is Charles Vernon, product tester for STL Ocarina, saying so long from the STL Ocarina Podcast. Keep practicing and see you next week. Take care, everyone. See you next time. For more information about our products, visit our website at www.stlocarina.com.